One of the really neat features in the Floriani Total Control that was introduced when the software debuted was the ability for you to optimize your entry and exit points. Let's take a quick look to analyze this little simple design that's up on the screen right now. You'll notice that this satin stitch, as it sews out, it ends over here, and you can see that it jumps over to this area, and then it starts sewing because you can see that by this little jump stitch, and then it comes back over here. Now that isn't the ideal way that you would want this to sew out. You would want it to more, if it's going over here, you'd want it to start up over here. You want it to go in more uniform pattern. You want to eliminate as many jumps as you can, especially long jumps like this. So let's go ahead and let's analyze this little feature that we now have in the software. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select the entire design. Now there's a couple ways you can do that. You can left click and drag over the entire thing, or what I like to do is just come over here to this all items and left mouse click on it, and it quickly selects it all. Now there's a couple ways in which we can optimize these entry and exit points. You will see up here at the top there's a couple icons. One is called Optimize the Sequence, and one is called Optimize Entry and Exit Points. Right now let's go ahead and click on this Optimize Entry Exit Point. And you'll see what it did is it recalculated it. It's finding the closest section to the next design. And so what you'll find now is it's going to sew out in this manner. It's going to come back over here, then it's going to come and sew, and it's just going to end nice and close to the other objects. And let's go ahead and let's do a little slow redraw for you. So you can see how this design is now sewing out. So you can see that it's a very little jump to the next object, and that's really helpful, and that's definitely something that you want to pay attention to when you're digitizing design, or before you're going to run out of design, is what can you do to eliminate the excessive jumps or the long jumps in a design. How can you make sure that one element ends closest to the next? And that's when you utilize this optimize entry and exit points. So let's go ahead and do an undo. The other way in which you can do this, I'm going to go back in and I'm going to select them, is you can go up to edit and you can go to optimize entry exit. So you have, personally, I'll just always come up here and I'll just click on the icon itself, and it analyzes the design and repositions it. So it's very simple, very easy to do. So make sure that you take some time to play with that. There is a lesson for this inside of the software workbook, and you'll find that this will come in very handy a lot of times, especially if you're using the Magic Wand to auto digitize. A lot of times you can go back in and select it all and then optimize the entry and exit points, and it really helps to clean up the design.